All right, everybody, welcome to another deep dive. Today, we are going to be tackling a listener request, and we are going to try to answer the question definitively once and for all, what are Edguy's fastest songs?
Yeah, I love this topic because it's objective in a certain way because we can measure beats per minute,
Right, right.
but at the same time, I think how we perceive tempo and speed in music is really subjective.
Oh, absolutely. It has so much to do with the other elements, the
Yeah.
instrumentation and how the vocals are delivered. All that stuff plays into it.
Yeah, yeah, and even just like, personal preference.
Of course. Right.
Like I tend to really like fast music.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people don't as much.
Right.
So yeah, I'm excited to get into this.
So we have a source here that's basically a document that has what are purported to be Edguy's top 10 fastest songs, and there's a little bit more information.
Okay, great.
But we're just going to go through it and see if we agree, I guess, and
I love it.
analyze it.
Let's dive in.
Yeah, so the number one song on this list is Save Us Now.
Oh yeah.
And man, that one really just explodes right out of the gate.
Oh, it does. I mean, that double bass drum pattern right from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then just those rhythm guitars are just galloping.
Yeah.
It's relentless. And then, Tobias Sammet, his vocal style is really like urgent anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just like an avalanche of energy and speed.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of a no-brainer for the top spot.
Definitely.
Number two is Fairy Tale.
Okay.
Now that one's interesting because it's not quite as much of a full-on assault as Save Us Now.
Yeah. I mean, when I think of that song, I think of it as being more about momentum.
Okay.
Like it's fast, but it's also got those huge melodies and it's kind of uplifting in a way. And it makes you feel like you're, taking off or like you're flying or something. So
Right.
it's a different kind of speed.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, definitely fast.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So let's run down the rest of the top 10. Defenders of the Crown.
Oh, great song.
New Age Messiah.
Yes.
No More Foolin'.
Love that one.
Until We Rise Again.
Yeah.
Nailed to the Wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Fallen Angels.
Yep.
Vainglory Opera. And Arrows Fly.
That's a good top 10.
Yeah. I mean, so far so good.
It's pretty solid.
I mean, they definitely employ a lot of different approaches
Oh, absolutely.
to, like creating this feeling of speed,
Mm-hmm.
right? Sometimes it is just like balls to the wall,
It's
thrash.
just pure aggression.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's a little bit more melodic and driving.
Totally. I mean, they're masters of dynamics. It's
Right,
not
right.
just about playing as fast as you can. It's about like knowing when to speed up, when to slow down.
Right.
Create that contrast.
Yeah, that push and pull.
Exactly.
Now, things get a little interesting here because there's a section on this source called The Newcomers,
Okay.
and it lists two songs,
Mhm.
and they both have question marks next to them. The Realms of Baba Yaga
Interesting.
and Open Sesame.
Okay.
Now, what do you make of those question marks?
Well, it seems like there's some debate. Yeah.
I'm guessing, within the Edguy fandom about whether those songs should be in the top 10 or where they would rank.
Right.
So it would be interesting to like analyze the tempo of those tracks.
Yeah.
And see, objectively, do they have the beats per minute to get into the top 10?
Right.
But, it's more than that, like you
Yeah.
were saying before.
Yeah.
It's about the energy in the feel. Does it have that?
You feel.
Yeah, does it have that undeniable Edguy speed energy?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right. So then we have a section called The Contenders, which is even more interesting.
Ooh, okay, I like this.
So the first song listed is Golden Dawn.
Okay.
And then under that, it just says add new item.
Hmm.
But then next to that, it has a B in parentheses.
What could that be mean?
I don't know. That's what I want to know.
I mean, is it a ranking?
It could be a note.
It could be a note.
Is it a song that hasn't been released yet?
It's possible. I mean, it's a mystery.
It is a mystery.
But maybe some of our listeners out there can shed some light on this B situation.
Yeah, if you guys know what that B is all about, let us know.
Yeah, and, while you're at it, if you think there's any blistering Edguy tracks that we're missing from this whole discussion,
Totally.
let us know, because this is by no means an exhaustive list.
Yeah, it's a starting point.
It's a good starting point.
It's a good jumping off point.
Yeah. So we've basically explored this, kind of established ranking of Edguy's fastest songs. But we've also found that there's some gray areas here.
Yeah, it's fluid.
Yeah.
And, this is a good example of how even when you're talking about something that seems really objective, like beats per minute,
Right.
tempo, there's still this element of subjectivity
Of course.
and personal taste.
Yeah, and ultimately, I think that's where this discussion really needs to go is, what do you think?
Exactly.
What are the Edguy tracks that make you feel like you're, strapped into a rocket?
Yeah, what gets your heart racing?
Yeah, let us know.
Let's hear it.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in to another deep dive. We'll be back soon with more metal mayhem.
Keep it fast.
See ya.